Hello and welcome to the bank holiday weekend in the UK. For those of you who are not based in the UK, Monday is a public holiday, so it's a long weekend, the last one we have until Christmas, and so everybody is out in their gardens celebrating. I, on the other hand, am about to travel for business. I'm going to be away for the whole week, and two things have struck me about this. Number one, I'm not going to be back until September, so it's my last opportunity to record a garden tour for August. And number two, I'm going away for a week. It's going to be sweltering, so I need to make sure that the garden is going to survive my absence. So I'm going to do both of those things at the same time. The mini greenhouse is looking abundant actually, although something is eating the cabbages again. Those kales need potting up. The purple sprouting broccoli needs to go out, and everything is going to need water. Very happy with the basil. This seems to be really happy in here. Coriander, not so much. Some of this has been overwatered, so I might need to swap things around. Because where these ones get really dry really quickly, I water them quite frequently, and then all the water drips down into these, and these things get overwatered. I've still got no peas. I had one pea and it's gone. Don't know why peas don't want to grow. And I've still weed. Got a pot of abandoned asparagus and a very long vine that's coming through from next door. The strawberries have really grown really well in this pot. They're much happier here than they were in the ground. There are some suckers rooting, some more suckers coming. So I think we're going to do well with strawberries. Got a little pot of lettuces. Don't think these need any water. This is quite damp, and some of these are getting a bit limp. Oh, look at Eric. Is it so hot, puppy? Is it so hot? The catmint has stopped flowering. Should I cut that back, or do I just leave it to do its thing? I'm not sure. All the leaves have fallen off the plums. There were 2 plums that I was waiting to ripen, and I missed them. They've been eaten by other things. See that one? Poor tree, and next door's vine is trying to use it. I hope it's still alive. That feels quite stable. We're going to have to do something about this next year. Currant is dying back, but we had so much fruit on that, I don't mind. The pots of potatoes, I've got 2 definitely ready to harvest. I haven't watered these for ages, so I don't know if they're dying back because they're dying, or if they're dying back because they're ready to harvest and have completed their cycle. The rhubarb that was surviving is dying again, so I'm going to dig this up in the autumn. I think I keep saying that every time. Cherry tree's not so bad, but definitely over. Again, missed quite a few fruits. Loads and loads and loads of tomatoes. This bed needs watering before I go. And look, lots of ripe ones that need picking. I'm going to have to put these in the freezer. In fact, I just went and got what is this thing called? Colander, so I can collect in all the tomatoes. So many. You probably don't want to watch me do this, so I'm just going to pause for a sec. I think that's all the right ones from out of here. The compost bin is full. Ooh, and there's a giant slug on it. Ew. Go away, sluggo. It's like full. So we're going to have to start using the other one, which I've not ever really used much. Over here, I've got some raspberry canes that are suffering. These are the first year of these. Look how brown that is. Is that normal? These are summer fruiting, and they are definitely over, but again, it's been so hot, it's difficult to know what's normal and what's exceptional. Can you see the aubergine in there? There are actually 2 big ones on that plant. Oh, and another one starting. I'm going to trust that these will be fine here for a week. Because I haven't got anything I can do with them to preserve them in the time I have available. Why am I zoomed in so much? That's better. Another little tomato that's struggling. This is supposed to be a bush variety. It's supposed to stand up. It is not standing up, so it's going to need a stake. I might try and do that now. Whilst I'm thinking about it. Hopefully dokily. Bit better. There's a courgette over there that's doing nothing inspiring. My globe artichoke is surviving. This whole area really needs a weed. Today is not the day, I don't have time. Gotta go. And then the herbs at the end are looking fabulous. Also, I just need to give a little moment, because I don't talk about them very often, but these Welsh onions that do just cut and come again, so periodically I just cut them right the way back down, and then they just grow back up again. Quite magical really, and the best spring onions, most successful spring onions I've ever had. And the tarragon is ready for another chop, I think. The oregano is ready for another chop. Golden sage probably needs to be moved. In the flower bed, this here poppy, absolute star of the show, and this tri-coloured sage, beautiful combination. Fennel survived its great big chop. It's growing back, and then all the other flowers are starting to come out. There is still one little sweet pea desperately holding on for dear life. And then all the snapdragons, little stalks. The cosmos is about to flower. I hope I don't miss its first flowers. And then the giant courgette, which still isn't really producing any fruit. When I get back from my trip, I'm going to start clearing some of this out so that I can have somewhere to plant out all the things that are in the mini greenhouse. In this bed, the only things that are doing anything of any real interest are the tomatoes, and again, because the soil is really sandy, I think these plants are nowhere near, look at that, as abundant as some of the others in the garden. I think I'm convinced that the rosemary is finally putting on some new growth. I cut this back really early in the year and then it's just done nothing, but that's definitely fresh shoots. And the thyme next to it is doing exactly what I wanted it to, which is spreading out low and providing some ground cover, protection against the weeds, although it hasn't got that bit of the brief yet. Purple sage is looking nice. I keep finding broken eggs in the garden. I don't know where they're coming from. The vine has put on some nice new growth. Green sage still showing off. In the bed, another courgette that sort of does not very much. Carrots are looking good. I think there's a tomato there that can be picked. I'm running out of hands. And there's 2 more tomatoes on the other side, but their fruit's not ripe yet. Oh, and that one in the middle. Carrots are growing with wanton abandon on this side. Still not so much on the other side, look. There's a couple. There's only a couple. That's a weed. Yeah. And another tiny courgette. There's a couple of fruits in there. Maybe they'll have done something useful by the time I get back. Another thyme. And this thing. The winter savoury. Which the bees just love. It's always covered in bees and wasps and hoverflies. Butterflies sometimes. I'm so pleased with this. I'm so glad I planted it. It's been ace. And it clearly loves this bed, unlike basically everything else I grow in it. Moving on. New bed, no further forward. Tomatoes. I have to show you this. Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen a tomato that big? That one's bigger. These are amazing. I don't think that's going to ripen before I get back, so I'm just going to leave it there. I can't remember what variety this is. It's Amish paste. They're definitely going to get grown again if that comes to ripeness. Need to put these tomatoes down somewhere. There will do. And then I think that one's ripe. Oh, these are the first ones of this banana variety that I'm picking. Oh, this guy needs tying in. This Amish paste is on its 3rd stake. To put in a really tall one. And it's not stopped growing yet. Neither is this one. So a bit more tying in. And then just another absolute giant set of tomatoes. And somewhere hidden in there is some chard, which I have picked. I had a stir fry last week. forest of tomatoes. Ooh. Some lettuces a bit overdue being picked. So they're probably just going to end up going in the compost when I get back. Ooh. Some beans have started to come up. These were the purple dwarf French beans that I sowed really heavily a week or so ago. And definitely in this bit. So that probably could do with the water. Ooh, and look. I was worried that the beetroot wasn't bulbing up. I need not have worried. Look at that guy. Huge. And there'll be some beetroots to enjoy when I get back. Too many leaves. Yeah, this whole bed needs a big water. And then I moved the blueberries here. There's still a couple of pink berries left. Not very many. The sun is really bright. I can't quite see the screen, so I'm not sure if you're looking at what I'm looking at, so apologies if you're finding that to be the case. I'm just going to eat those. Oh, yeah. Look at this one. This is a patio baby aubergine. And these fruits, it's really heavy with fruit. But again, I'm not quite sure when they're going to be ripe, so I'm just going to leave them for the week and then do something with them when I get back. I thought that the lavender was over. This one wasn't, so I didn't cut it back. But this one I cut back, and that one I cut back, and then this one's just grown a whole new flower. It smells lush. Again, I'm really glad I managed to squeeze some of this in. What's the pond doing? Well, the watercress is still growing, but it's definitely not winning out against the algae. The water level is really low, so I'm going to top this up before I go and hope for the best. And then inside the greenhouse, we've got triffids. I can't believe how fast these cuttings have grown. When did I plant these out? Was that 3 videos ago? I don't remember. But they've got loads of side shoots. They've sprung up a good, over half a metre maybe? No, not quite a metre, but getting there. That one's got fruiting shoots on it already, or flowering shoots. Very happy. And I also harvested my first chilli this morning, which I had for breakfast. And this guy's got loads of fruit. It was a little bit late. It was a late bloomer. But now it's quite heavy with fruit, and more coming. Still more coming. It's so hot in here. What's the temperature in here right now? 45 and a bit. Golly. And so, although a bit rushed, this is where we are in August. Abundant tomatoes. A few other things going on. I'm also going to show you, haven't done these. So the mints, they need a good cut back. They're starting to get a bit scraggly. But the lemon balm is finally happy and recovered. Oh, that smells nice. I can look forward to trying some of those leaves. The raspberries are looking a bit sad. And then I wanted to show you out in the main garden. You can see how hot it's been because the grass is dead. But we have some quite big figs coming. This fig tree was one of the first things I ever bought in the garden, and I've never eaten a fig from it. It's never had any ripe fruit. So maybe this year is the year. We're in the corner. The roses are recovering. Nice pieces of new growth, and all the caterpillar infestation seems to have gone. There's some flower heads there. And then the apple tree. I'm very excited for this apple. So I hope you've enjoyed this allotment tour for August. I hope it wasn't too rushed, although I am very limited with the amount of time. I'm leaving for the airport in about an hour. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you next time. I hope you're enjoying your gardens wherever you are. Let me know what's happening with you in the comments below. Thank you. And I will see you again next time.